I wanted to update you on a bipartisan luncheon I had at the White House with President Trump today. We had senators from both parties, and a lot of good ideas were exchanged. I particularly talked about making sure we could keep jobs here in the United States of America. A piece of legislation that I have authored, End the Outsourcing Act, was discussed with President Trump. I told him that tomorrow is the one-year anniversary of Carrier firing their workers and the workers at UTEC in Huntington, a total of over 2,000 workers that were fired at the same time that the companies were extremely profitable, that the margins were very strong, sales were very strong, and quality was very high. The workers caught the back end of the deal simply because of greed. I told President Trump that our legislation discussed federal contracts, that if a company wants federal contracts in the future, that besides looking at quality and price, that we should be looking at whether or not the workers are here in America or whether the jobs have been outsourced. And if it's close, if prices are about the same and quality is the same, that if the company that has outsourced jobs and the company that has kept jobs here in America are in competition, that that contract should go to the company employing American workers. We ought to fight for and stand for the people from our own state and the people from our own country. I mentioned that to the president, and he said that that sounded like a very, very common sense idea and that we could work together on it. I'm looking forward to working together on that. In addition, we discussed the scourge of opioid and heroin use. This has torn up our state and torn up our country. And we wanted to impress upon the president, and he already knew, the incredible damage that this has caused to families, to young people, and to trying to create an even better future for all of our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters. And so we asked, and he of course agreed, that we'll be all in together on this fight against opioids, against heroin, doing everything we can to keep it from coming into our country, and being there to try to stop its use if it's here in our nation. Additionally, we talked about the Supreme Court nomination of Judge Neil Gorsuch. I am looking forward to meeting with Neil Gorsuch in the very near future. I am reviewing his decisions, going over his record, reading articles he's written, and so we are working very, very hard to learn as much as we can before any votes take place. Finally, I wanted to say that I work for Hoosiers. I am the hired help for everybody from the Ohio River to the Michigan line, from the Illinois border to the Ohio border, to all 92 counties, and it's an incredible privilege. And when I talked to the president, I said, I'm very, very lucky I have the privilege to represent all 92 counties of our wonderful state. And what we want to do is have a productive relationship that can create more jobs right in Indiana for our fellow Hoosiers, create more jobs across our country, end the opioid scourge, try to make our nation even safer and stronger every single day. And so I wanted to give you that update. Like I said, it's an amazing privilege to have the chance to represent you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. God bless you, God bless Indiana, and God bless America.